Let's go for a wander and have a look at this swale that I'm installing today. Just a small one. I've just begun shaping it out now. We'll go up and have a look. Weave our way through the orchard, food forest. It's the last probably swale I will install on this bank. You can see how well they're working. There's about 5 or 6 swales placed down the hill. They're varying in spacing. It's a little bit more densely packed in the middle, and then there's a few further spaced out ones here with a little bit better access. These ones down here, they're quite heavily planted and close together. Really just pathways there that form the basin of the swale. And then I've just got just a wider one here just for access, just to get an implement through if I need to. Mainly just my electric wheelbarrow. And then the one here on the left of me, this one is the one closest to the top of the hill. Catches that first bit of runoff from essentially just a cattle paddock up there with grass feed, so you get a good amount of runoff. Hits this first swale and then starts discharging down there. Now this is the area I'm working on there. I had a boomerang swale there just to irrigate that mango there, and I'm gonna just continue that on into a linear swale on contour. And what I prefer to do, there's lots of methods to make swales. My preferred method on the slopes is to bring the material in. So I had a posi track put me a good bit of about 4 scoops of clean fill there, and then use that to build the berm of the swale. Otherwise, on slopes like these, you get quite aggressive back cuts, and it's okay initially, but when you start working this kind of country and doing the maintenance on these systems, and my maintenance schedules are pretty routine and pretty regular, you just want to avoid these steep slippery slopes, because they really give your ankles a hard time. So you don't want to go making drastic cuts. The other thing too is that it's very hard to vegetate that back cut when it gets very steep, whereas in these scenarios you get this gentle back cut here. And then down on the next one, you get this gentle back cut here, which you can vegetate with grass or plant it out, and you just don't have that steep, aggressive cut. And because my swales are relatively shallow, they're also you're not digging into that substrate, that subsoil. You're just basically chipping off the topsoil. So it's just a little bit less aggressive than doing these big cuts to get the material. Now in this instance up here, as I'm constructing it, you can see I've just shaped the drain just to give the drain a nice shape, but that's about all I'll cut out of the backside of the swale, and that's just, I've just chipped the soil out there just to give the drain an even shape all along the back of it. But now all I'm going to do with the trusty old electric wheelbarrow, couldn't do this work without that on these slopes, I tell you. We're going to shift this fill in to build up the berm, and then once the berm's shaped, we'll go and then run a level along the bottom of that swale, the trench. We'll level that out nicely so it's dead level, and then we'll shape up the berm and give it a nice shape to plant into. But there, down there, you can see that's pretty, these systems are pretty robust. We're in a little bit of a dry spell at the moment. We got 9 mil of rain yesterday, so it has greened up a little bit, but you know, this stuff works. But what I'll do is I might make a part 2 as I get to the next stage of this setup, and then I'll upload that one too for you.